Hey guys, anybody on here? I need to check and see what's going on.
I'll switch it up.
Let me switch it up. Well, I gotta fix the computer. Huh. Oh, there you are.
Hey.
Hey.
We're live. I just don't.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, nobody's. I don't know what's going on here. I got ready to go.
Yeah, you just froze, and then you went away.
Yeah.
And then someone else was chatting with me.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and then
Oh.
Kind of weird.
Did you get a new haircut?
There we go.
I did. It is super duper short.
Dude, you are high and tight.
I know. This is, well, I think, honestly, I know we're live. I think Jess wishes that I was like a firefighter, maybe, because she really likes the short hair. So.
Either that or a state trooper.
She said that too. If I grow a mustache, I'll be good.
That's hilarious.
Nice.
So I guess just recording on YouTube. We got everything going.
Okay.
Huh?
Oh, did you ask me a question?
No, I'm just. For those of the people that are peeking in right now and watching, they're probably wondering what the heck we're doing because I don't really know. No, I'm just kidding. This is a new platform, but it's 7 o'clock, so.
It is. I just ate a spinach omelet, so I got to check to see if I have stuff in my teeth.
Really, really. This is how you guys run things. This is, you know, you've reached a level in this industry that is just, it's just, we need to bring you down. We need to bring.
This is the apex. This is the zenith.
Here's what I need. If anybody's watching right now, can you like chat in the box so we know you can hear us and all that good stuff? That would be cool. And say hi, something.
Anything?
There's people chatting. You don't see it?
Oh no, you can see it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay. What do they say? Are they saying anything good?
They said Bill's teeth look disgusting, and
fair enough.
Awesome.
My hair looks fantastic. I see that. No, you really don't see the chat?
No, I think it has something to do with something I push over here, and I can tell we just froze up.
And now we just close.
You have to click the webinars on air logo on the. Well, depending on how you're watching this, it's on my left.
All right. Well, we'll just yeah. I clicked it. I don't know. I don't see anything.
Wow.
All right. We'll just get started. We'll figure it out in a little bit. But welcome everybody. We got a good crew. What are you doing now? Yeah, you can't do that. See, we're pushing buttons. This is really bad.
Great.
All right, we'll get to that in a moment. But welcome everybody. We're excited to have you guys here.
Yes, I'm Bill Pescosolido. This is my beautiful wife, Michelle Pescosolido.
Yes, and we have the famous Mr. Ray Higdon.
Yes.
Live with us tonight.
Hi.
New haircut. Coming in from Fire Station 53.
That's right. That's right.
That's awesome.
I'm on call.
No, we're excited for everybody that's on tonight. You know, we always love to, you know, Ray's such a great friend of ours, and, you know, we always love to, when we're working together, because we seem to be able to draw such great crowds, and definitely we're able to deliver a ton of value, and that's what we're going to do with you guys here tonight. So it's definitely very informal. We're having a lot of fun. I'll try to figure out, you know, how to see everybody chatting, unless, you know, Ray wants to keep us up to date, but I'll figure it out. I know that I had trouble with it last time, so
we'll just keep pressing buttons until something works.
yeah, usually that means crashing Google.
Yeah, that's how Michelle ruined my iTunes account.
Yeah. So Ray, how are you doing tonight? What are we going to talk about?
Oh, I don't know. I'm doing well. Some good things going on. It's nice to be back home in Florida. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I was up in Cleveland. Jessica's grandparents were celebrating their 50th anniversary. Yay.
Wow.
If I knew how to push the sound, I would push the applause button. Maybe Bill knows. But 50 years, just awesome. And it was neat, too, because we're sitting around the table with at least 6 people that are over 25 years married, and it's just cool, And I mean, I hope to do everything in my power to obviously be with Jessica for 50, 100, 150 years, however long. And it's just an inspiration. So it's cool. However, it was also 35 degrees, so I'm happy to be back in Florida. Today it was 86 degrees, and yes. I'm glad the temperature got it. Not the 50 years, but the temperature. So.
Yeah, we enabled the sound effects.
It's going to be one of those, isn't it?
We're not idiots! Yay!
Oh, no. So clearly, you can tell that we are just, 3 people here that have absolutely no fun at all in any way, shape, or form. Very, very serious business, this network marketing, and don't joke around at all. But no, we have a lot of fun. So what I thought we would cover tonight is talk a little bit about mindset. And real quick before you click away and say, I don't need motivation, here's how you know if you need mindset training or not. Look at your results. What are the results in your life? They are being dictated by your current level of mindset, period. And I know people, and right now I've gotten around people that have higher mindsets than me. I don't profess to be, the highest mindset dude out there, but I'm constantly surrounding myself with people to bring my mindset up. And, if those of you who are at $100 a month, you need to be around people that are making, $1,000 or more a month. Those that are at 10,000 need to be around, 30,000. Those that are at 30,000, 100,000. Those that are 100,000, $1 million a month. And you just understand it is not your knowledge. A lot of people, they say, I already know that. If you did, you would have those results. And so just understand this is the kind of webinar or whatever this is called, webinar on air, that we're going to do. It's going to be just straight talk and just talk about mindset, give you some clues into what has helped my wife and I, and you guys I'm sure will chime in, and what's helped you, what helped you guys get Bill from corporate America to you guys both working from home full time, and homeschooling the kids now, and I mean that's just awesome. It's an awesome story, and and what got me out of foreclosure and to where we are now on a constant journey to help more and more people. And so we're fired up. I will tell you, just a warning. Is there a warning? Is there a or some kind of?
I'm posting everywhere on Facebook right now. Just so that's why I'm looking down. It's not that I'm not listening to you.
I mean usually. Come on, Bill. Let's hear us out.
Wait. Before you give the warning, I'm just assuming everybody knows you and they know who we are. Obviously you know who we are because you got brought here to this webinar. But I mean, again, Ray is, one of the things that if you follow us, Bill is always talking about prospecting, recruiting. I'm always teaching on Facebook marketing. And we don't really get to mix in mindset too much. And I mean, that really is what gets everything going, is your mindset. Bill was on a call earlier today. Mm-hmm. Mindset is key. I mean, if you don't have the right mindset, it will destroy your business faster than you can blink. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. So that's why we have Ray on here, because he is the very best. And I've said this before, in this industry when it comes to speaking on mindset. I truly believe it. He's done so much for us. I know every time I'm kind of not really straight on something and don't want to just get emotional about it and post it on Facebook, I call Ray first. Well, I actually talk to Bill first.
Right.
And then he says, call Ray.
Well, and it's interesting. I actually try to talk a lot about mindset with, not as I guess outspokenly as for example you, Ray. I haven't written a best-selling novel yet about mindset, but with my team, our team, I do a lot of mindset stuff. I'll do mindset stuff as far as videos and status updates. But I'm not professing to be a mindset guru, but what I really do is I channel my own experiences and try to share that with others. And I think back to, when I first started in corporate America, my first job getting out of college, getting into corporate America was in telecom, and it was telecom sales, and it was brutal. I mean, Ray, you know, we've had these conversations before. I was in not really a call center, but I was, you know, I was a sales guy, but I was in a cube. I lived in Cubeville. You know, it was a bullpen.
Yep.
And, you know, the environment I was in was, you know, my boss, it'd be like lunchtime. And everyone's getting up and going to lunch and, you know, go to, you know, the restaurant together. And my boss would say, have you hit 50 dials yet? I'm like, no, I'm at like 42. He's like, all right, sit back down in your cube.
Hold on, I think we just lost everything.
Did you just ruin it all?
I don't know. Why is this doing this? Are you there, Ray?
I'm here.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So just stop pressing buttons. So I, you know, the environment, my boss would say, hey, get back in your cube until you've hit your 50th dial. I was like, okay, you know, and I was forced to do that, right? I was told to, like, in order to keep my job, in order to be in my boss's good graces, I was made to do that. And I probably wouldn't have done it on my own. Actually, I know for a fact I would not have done it on my own had my boss not said, get your butt back in your cube until you hit 50 dials, then you get to go to lunch. And at that time, I hated that. I absolutely hated that. I was like, this guy's a jerk. Who treats people that way? How could I be treated that way? What kind of environment am I in? What am I doing? What job did I take? You know, this is lunacy. And now today, I appreciate that guy so much. Yep. Because what he did is a few things. He forced me, A, to maintain some kind of a discipline in just my daily patterns, right? He forced me to create little mini goals. I mean, you have some big long-term goals as far as year-end goals and 5-year goals, but it's also very important to have little, you know, micro goals, you know, throughout the day. And just hitting that goal of 50 dials before lunch, that was a goal. So he forced me to condition my mind around little mini goals to help increase my productivity. And finally, and I think the best possible thing for me, was he forced me to exit my comfort zone.
You were just muted.
All right.
How about now?
Now you're back.
Yeah, that was like the most important part of my whole story.
I'm not pushing any
You
more
just revealed the
buttons.
key.
Give Ray the floor.
I mean, he forced me to leave my comfort zone. You know, and I think that when it comes to mindset, especially within our industry, where you don't have a boss, where you don't, no one's telling you to do anything, right? You've got to force yourself to do stuff. Leaving the comfort zone and recognizing that you must leave the comfort zone and that it's actually not so bad outside of the comfort zone, that actually results happen. Magic takes place once you leave that. I mean, that's a huge thing that obviously I'm talking about right now, but clearly is going to be talked about a lot more at your event.
Yep.
Yeah, so sorry we interrupted that though, but that was awesome.
Yes.
I have no mindset to contribute, so Ray, now your warning.
Oh boy. So we're going to spend the next however much time do some Q&A. We'll probably open up Q&A here in maybe 15-20 minutes. So just a few things that I wanted to cover for everyone on here. And toward the end of our little hangout here, I will. This is the warning. I will be talking about our event coming up in June in Orlando. And just real curious, how many of you are planning on coming to that or already have your tickets?
I see Amanda. She's coming.
Yeah. Just type into the chat if you've already, kind of secured your spot.
Yeah, tell her she's coming. I would love to see it. Can you see that? If you can't,
cool.
Yeah.
There's Amanda. So, we are going to go into a lot of value and a lot of content, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the event. So, it looks like there's quite a few of you coming, so I'm excited. I'll tell you, when it comes to mindset, one of the most common questions that I've had is, Ray, how did you do it? And I remember we had last year, we hired a new CPA, and this guy is, he's just like a forensic dude. He's like all in, he's just intense. And, we hired this guy, and he was going through our paperwork and going through all the books. And, some of you know my story. Back in 2009, I was in personal foreclosure. I had really been in a mental, I've been in mental foreclosure for about a year at that point. I very clearly remember 2008 Christmas being there, just kind of, you know, looking off into space because I was so stressed out because of money. And, you know, I was there with my kids, but not really. And I think a lot of people, maybe you see that in different family members. You guys know what I'm talking about? You know when someone's there, but you can clearly see that their mind isn't there, right? Mm-hmm. And that was me. You know, I was there, and the kids are running around, and all I can think about is what was wrong with me. What happened? At one point, I had something, and now I had nothing. Where did I lose it? Where did I go wrong? And I think when you start identifying yourself with the circumstances that are always temporary. Understand there's always circumstances going on, whether it's health, whether it's money, whether it's job status, whether it's marital status, whatever. There's always these different circumstances going on, and you get into trouble when you start identifying you as your circumstances, okay? And so here I was in personal foreclosure, had lost all my money, had was on a little bit of rocky relations, and I wasn't just with it. I wasn't with it at all. And I identified myself as those circumstances. And a lot of people do that. Most people do that. I read a really cool quote from Barbara Cochran. Do you guys know who that is?
Absolutely.
Chick is probably not the appropriate word, but that's the female. That's the woman from Shark Tank.
Yeah.
And she built I think they exaggerated a little bit, but she built like supposedly $1 billion real estate company, and she had 10 little quotes, 10 little tidbits about Barbara, and she said, when I sold my Cochran real estate group, I thought I lost my golden goose until I realized I was the golden goose. Mm. That's very profound. Mm. And you have to, if you understand that, and I'll share something that I learned from Brendan Burchard. Brendan Burchard says, electricity company, it doesn't have energy, it produces it, right? You are like that too. You can be that golden goose. You can be that producer, and it doesn't matter what circumstances are going on at the time. Now, I know that maybe, that's easy for Ray to say, right? But in the midst of all these things, I'm going to share with you the biggest shift for me, the biggest transformation for me that helped me get out of that. Because keep in mind, July 2009, I'd been in a deep depression for almost a year. I was dead broke. I remember I went up to Pittsburgh to try to drum up some real estate deals because I was grasping at straws. I was trying anything and everything to make money. I was, hey, you need me to do a consulting job for you? Sure. And I was doing anything for money because I didn't have money coming in. But I remember I went up to Pittsburgh. It didn't work out. Came back, and for the first time in like months, I opened my bank statement and I just looked at it and I'm just like, oh God. And I looked at it and I thought, for the first time in about a year, I thought, I am not that. Yeah. That is not me. And I think a lot of times they identify, I think men more, they identify their ego, their self, as their net worth. Mm-hmm. And so when you lose money, when you stop making money or whatever, you start to question your self-worth. I did, and I think a lot of people do. And so there was one. So what was the biggest thing that helped me get out of that? I'll tell you, the biggest thing was I wanted to be something else. I saw what I was here, okay, depressed, fake. I was absolutely fake. I would post on Facebook, hey, you attract who you are, right? I'd post these little quotes, But reality was I felt like a total loser. And, you know, some people, like when I say that kind of stuff, they're like, no, 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 you weren't a loser, Ray. I identified myself as that. Now, do I look back and, you know, do I beat myself up and say, I don't do that. I don't have any negative connotation when I say to you that at the time I felt like a loser, right? No negative connotation. In fact, it's a good thing because it helped me identify that here is where I am, here is what I want to be. I want to be an inspiration to my kids. I want to be something that I'm proud of. I wanted to be somebody who impacted other people. Guess when you don't impact people? When you're dead broke, when you have no success. You're not impacting people. You're not. And you know what you can do by becoming successful is you can uplift people. I can guarantee you, myself, Michelle, or Bill would not be on this webinar if we didn't create a level of success. We literally would not be impacting, you know, 137 people on this webinar right now. We wouldn't. Because would you want to come on here and say, and me talk about how life sucks and how, you know, hey, life's tough, guys, keep at it. You know, no, you want to hear, hey, how this guy go from here to here and how you can too. And so the number one thing is identify what is it that you want to become. And that is different than your why. Big difference. Now, most network marketing companies, most, you know, motivational dudes, they'll say, you got to have a why. You got to have a why that makes you cry, right? Here's the problem with that. And yes, I do agree with having a why. You know, I'm not saying that. Here's the problem with that. Let me ask you this. How many people have had the same why for multiple years, but nothing's changed? You see what I'm saying? You know, I know people that, you know, when I ask them, you know, why are you doing this business? And they say, my why is I want my daughter to, you know, have the best life ever. And I ask them, how long have you had that why? And they're like, well, you know, the last 10 years I've really been at it. And that's not enough, okay? Because I don't believe that a why in that kind of context or space will force you to do the daily activities every single day to get to your dreams. But who you want to become will. And it's in any example. You know, like, you know, some of you know my story that I've lost, you know, 30 pounds, right? Why? You know, was it because I wanted to look better? Well, I've been wanting to look better for years, right? You know, I've carried this extra baggage, you know, for a while. I've been wanting to look better. You know, that would be a why, right? It only changed when I truly changed who I wanted to be. I wanted to be someone who was fit, someone who felt good about themselves, someone that could look in the mirror and say, yeah, man, you know, I'm in shape. I feel good. You know, someone that had more energy. I wanted to be something. So what did I do? I started buying Men's Fitness. I started, you know, exercising more. I started, you know, eating, you know, better, right? I started doing things in a different way because of who I wanted to be. Mm-hmm. That's different. That's different than a simple thing. One phrase I say over and over and over because I say it because it's just so true. And the more that you crack away at this mindset that we all have in different areas, because there are some things that, you guys on here watching this webinar, that you have that I don't, mindset-wise, or intelligence-wise. There's some things that you guys can do better. You've just been doing them. You have more confidence in that, whatever that thing is, ballet, music, cooking, whatever, right? And, there's a thing, a phrase that I heard from Reverend Michael Beckwith, and that is, pain pushes you until a vision pulls you. Okay? Now, pain had pushed me for a year. However, pain, which a lot of times is a why, pain will not push you to do the daily activities to become. And that's what I'm going to encourage you to do, is really define who is it that you want to become. I wanted to become somebody that could impact people all over the world. I wanted to become somebody that at the end of the day, I look and I say, did I make a difference? And I look at, people, sending me kudos, I talked to a guy today. The guy is in, where's he at? I don't remember. His name is Freddie. He is Filipino, and he is in
Philippines.
He's not there. He's in the U.S. somewhere. I forget. Sorry. Freddie, if you're on here, type in where you're from if you're on here. I don't know if you are. But I called him today, and the guy is like in tears. He's like, man, I have watched so many people for all these different years, and I've struggled for so many years. You're the first freaking person to ever call me. I can't believe it. And, he said, I'll be honest with you, Ray, I don't have the money. I don't have, I don't know how the hell I'm going to get to your event, but I bought a ticket and I'm going to be there because I told my kids that I was going to bring them to Orlando and I'm going to be there and I'm going to be there for your event. I have no idea how I'm going to do it. And when you hear something like that you've inspired someone to put a stake in the ground and say enough is enough. I'm tired of struggling. It's time for me to make a difference. And you were the catalyst for that. You feel pretty good about yourself. Now, this guy isn't associated to me. He's not my network marketing company. He's not my downline. He's not an affiliate. He has no financial tie to me other than he got a ticket, right? And, we got on the phone. It's just, I wanted to be that. That's what I wanted to be. I wanted, because for over a year, in fact, for multiple years, if I'm being honest, I didn't feel like I made an impact to anybody. I didn't. I was in real estate. I didn't feel like I was making an impact to anybody. And if you know that state, I can tell you there's a better state. There's a different state. There's a place that you can be, and I know you guys get testimonials every single day. I've seen them. You just had someone send you, my man Steve, I think he's up in Washington, send you, that bouquet, the fruit, edible stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome. How many people on here would you like for people to send you cards in the mail? Yesterday I got 2 cards in the mail thanking me. And these are people that bought training from me. And they send me a card thanking me because it's made a difference in their life. Isn't that cool?
It's awesome.
It's cool. So start to define who is it that you want to become. What is it that you want to represent? And I'm just this may come across as a little tough, okay? If you got kids, all right, stop using them as excuses. Mm-hmm. Stop saying that, well, you don't understand, Ray, because I got 2 kids and a non-supportive spouse. They feel that. They feel it. You don't have to say it to them. They feel it. They feel that vibration that you're blaming them for your non-success. They feel it. And here's what will happen. You'll have people that have 3 kids and 2 non-supportive spouses that create more success. That's the problem. That's the problem with excuses, is someone always has worse circumstances than you, but goes on to create more. And so know that you can do it. You can either choose to say, well, I just lost, I lost my job and I got these 2 kids here. You could use that as that, or you could use it as, I got 2 kids. I got 1 shot to show them how to be unstoppable. I got 1 shot to show them how to live a life that most people only dream of. And I can show it by my determination, by my motivation, by my willingness to be unreasonable, unstoppable, and how we can get to the very top. That's how you create inspiration. That's how you create generational inspiration. When your kids see you and they say, wow, man, my mom is unstoppable. My dad is, man, this guy's ruthless, man. He works so hard for us. He loves us. Man, he's just no excuses kind of guy. Don't you want to create that environment? Don't you? And that's what we want. And this is it's the only industry that I know. When I was in corporate America, right? And I was middle manager. Can you imagine? It's just weird. It's weird looking back. It's weird looking back that I used to have to, email my boss and say, hey, Brandon's got a dentist appointment at 2 p.m. Eastern. Can I, please take off at 1:15, and I promise I'll be back by 3:30, right? I mean, I used to have to say, I can't imagine that. And I know some of you have to deal with that now, and it sucks. It sucks to have to ask permission for trivial things like that. But I remember that But here's what else I remember. I remember that if I screwed up at all, okay, I had all these other middle managers saying, "Oh," right? They were going to my supervisor and say, "Oh," right? And because it was a fight for scraps at the table environment, right? There's only so much to go around. You got to fight for that little bonus, and you got to do whatever you can to get that little piece of the cheese. And so everyone turns on each other, dog eat dog, and it sucks. Mm-hmm. Here, in this industry, you have people that bend over backwards. They get on here and share their heart, their love, their message, and they, look, perfect example. Look at what Michelle has done, okay? Michelle has created competition beyond belief. Michelle knows Facebook PPC like nobody's business, right? And, here she could have hoarded that information and just dominated Facebook pay-per-click, and all of us would be clicking her links like zombies, and none of us would know what the hell's going on. But instead, she created an entire course. Here, let me walk you step by step what I do. Let me show you exactly how to succeed. And that doesn't exist in corporate America. I didn't have anybody saying, "Hey, Ray, you want to surpass me? Let me show you."
Yeah.
No, let me keep you down. I did the ProBlog Academy. Here I showed people exactly what I do for blogging. Exactly. Here's where I look for the keywords. Here's what I type in the header 1, the header 2s. Here's what I type for blah, blah, blah. Exactly. That's this industry. And that's what you are a part of, whether in whatever way. Maybe you're an internet marketer, maybe you're a network marketer, maybe you're a network online marketer, whatever, right? But you're a part of an industry that people want you to have success. They want you to be a success story. They want you to walk across stage. They want you to become a top earner. And so you're in that. And for that, I'll fight. For that, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that we can have this open discussion, that I can just share, here's what we do each day for success, that Bill and Michelle share exactly, that Bill shares his recruiting tips. One of the best recruiters in this entire industry shares with you exactly what he says, exactly what he does. One sharing you how to get leads, one sharing you how to close them. And so we're just excited. And one of the things that I noticed in the industry is there are, number one, my biggest breakthroughs have come from events, from attending. I remember the first, No Excuses that I attended. Then, we had Live the Dream, No Excuses 2, where I met the Pescos, made her cry, right? And Bill, Hoverson tells this really good, but I remember Bill too. Bill, hey, what's up?
He was a non-supportive spouse.
I was, and I know Hoverson loves to take credit for that story. And yeah, sure, he tells a story well, but and this is just for everyone out there. No one tells your own story better than you do. And
Tells it so awesome, no.
But no, seriously, no one because and this is just to everyone your story. Your story is your story. No one, I don't care. You can have Johnny Carson up there, Richard Pryor. It doesn't matter. No one can still tell your story better than you can tell your story because it's your story. And because you were the one that lived it, breathed it, felt it, the emotions were yours, not someone else's. And so that's just my little, take on just the story aspect of just our collective story as we share with others. And so, but that being said, Hoverson's okay at sharing that story, but
but what's cool about live events, and I can remember meeting you. That was probably my very first live event, and had the non-supportive spouse there. He was out in the bar watching the Bruins playoff game or something, or basketball or something.
No, it was playoffs.
And I was like,
Bruins,
come on,
I
want you to come just listen to one speaker. And we happened to sit in on you, and of course, you were talking about your father and unspoken, conversations, and it tore me apart. I just literally started crying because I don't have a relationship with my father, and we don't talk. And the way you told the story about the guy that came to you to thank you for telling your story, because I think he was burying his father that next day or that next week.
Flying out, he was flying.
Yeah, and that just tore me up, knowing that could literally happen to me. But how was I? And I remember hunting you down, and I was like, I can't repair this with my father. I love your story, but I don't know what to do. And I sought you out and you spoke to me. And so that was huge for me. Yeah. When I go to live events, something amazing happens. He became supportive after that event. We built a relationship with you, started working with you, partnering with you in this industry. The next live event, I went to, I was able to speak on stage. The most recent one we went to, I met like another Facebook marketer that I've been stalking forever. We've talked about doing some things together now, and that never would have come about had I have not just showed up. And it's amazing. I tell Bill this all the time. I didn't want to go up to the room that night. That somebody had texted me and said, "Hey, come up to our suite. I know it's late, but just come up." And I was like, I really want to go home. But I stepped out of my comfort zone instead of going home and being asleep. And it's amazing the magic that always happens when I step out of that comfort zone and just, I do something that I normally wouldn't do. And I don't know exactly what that means, but that's something I live by. I do it. Like Bill comes in the room and he's like, "What are you working on?" I'm like, "Oh, my Facebook marketing manual." And he's like, "Oh, you know how to do an ebook?" And I'm like, "Nope, but I'll figure it out when I'm done."
Literally. So she's sitting here. I go, "What are you working on?" She goes, "I'm making an ebook." I'm like, "Oh, cool." So I kind of go over and sit down, and I'm like, kind of sitting next to her watching, and at that moment, she was, just putting all the content down, just like on a Word doc, right? Word doc, just typing stuff in a Word document. Sure. I was like, I'm like, okay, well, I get that part, but I was like, so how do you make it into an ebook? And she goes, "I don't know. I'll get there when I need to. I'll figure it out when I need to figure out how to get to an ebook." I'm like, "Oh, yeah."
You gotta have faith. You really do. I know.
One step in front of another. Yeah.
Analyze that, Ray. Go ahead. But it's true. It's like when you get out of that comfort zone, and that's why I'm back to those live events. I just find that every time I go to one, a friendship is formed. I know Todd Falcone was at one of the events, and we worked with him on things, and it's just. And,
well, here's what's funny is
special. It happens to everyone.
So here's getting back to the story that Hoverson doesn't tell nearly as well as I do. It goes something like this. We showed up at No Excuses 2, where we first met you, Ray, and you spoke, and I was the non-supportive spouse. Michelle dragged me there. Thank God it was in Vegas, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll go to Vegas for the weekend. You go off to your event. I'll just chill out and gamble and drink and all that." So we arrived the very first night. It was like Thursday night before the event started, and we arrived at maybe 9, 10 o'clock at night, which in Vegas, who knows, people could have had like 8 hours worth of partying at that point. So we show up again. I'm all non-supportive-y, and my thought honestly was that everyone there was going to swindle Michelle out of every cent that we had.
Right.
And again, very ignorant to everything, the industry, the people, and so forth. And one of the first person we bumped into was Todd Falcone. And me being all guarded and non-supportive and protective of Michelle, I went into, because Todd's being all very Todd Falcone, like, bebopping around, jumping from one person to the next, and, doing nothing wrong at all. I mean, harmless, but just, for some reason, it just irked me. It rubbed me the wrong way. And so I was so cold and so standoffish to him. And so he walks up, and, Michelle makes the introduction, and he's like, "Hey." I'm like, "Hey." He's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "What's up?" Arms folded, like, "What's up?" He's like, "You don't like me very much, do you?" I'm like, "No, Todd, I do not." So he didn't get off to a good start. But what's funny is, went through the whole remainder of the weekend, and it actually opened my eyes, and I was blown away by a lot of stuff, and I walked out of that weekend very much a changed person in regards to my attitude towards the network marketing industry, the internet marketing industry, everything. Well, fast forward like 6 months later, we're at another event, and Todd was a speaker at this event, and I bought everything on his table, like everything. I mean, he could have sold like cotton swabs, and I would have purchased them. Like, he had Todd Falcone Band-Aids, I was buying them. Like little golf tees with Todd's face, and I was like, "Give me 10 of those." Like, I bought everything on his table, from his his little book of scripts to his it was all right there in our little back library. And it's funny to me how I could have gone from one mindset of, "Who's this jerk? I'm going to not even give him the time of day. Let me keep my arms folded and crossed and be cold and closed-minded." And then 6 months later, I'm now buying everything that he has to sell, basically, and embracing it and loving the fact that I'm buying this stuff and diving into it and I became a much more effective, stronger, better recruiter, prospector, everything as a result of that shift in my mind. Just I opened my mind a little bit more, tweaked it, looked at things a little bit differently, and allowed myself, because I could have been really proud. I could have been really hung up on the previous meeting between the two of us, and I could have allowed maybe my ego to get in the way and prevent myself from just embracing all that Todd has to offer. But fortunately, I was able to put ego aside, maybe ditch a little pride, maybe eat a teeny little piece of humble pie, and just buy all this stuff, and as a result, I got better at my craft.
Yeah, amen. And so two observations from that story. One, Michelle, now you had some success before No Excuses Won, right? I don't know to what degree,
right.
But you had some.
Yeah, I was probably at, right at about the $10,000 a month mark. I was on like my second or third month at making that consistently.
Okay.
About where I was.
So a couple things happened, because I bet, I'm willing to bet anyway, that some of you are on here and you're wondering, man, how do I get my spouse to do that? Because right now they're just the non-supportive spouse. Couple things. Number one, get them to events, and number two, have success. You want to get a non-supportive spouse to a supportive, do those two things. Get them to events and create success yourself. Okay? Stop blaming them for non-success, because that is not helping in any way, shape, or form. Michelle didn't do that. She recognized, I have a non-successful spouse, or non-supportive spouse. Okay?
Hey.
I'm going to build a business.
Yeah.
Now understand the decoupling. There's a decoupling there. Yeah. See, most people, they'll say, I have a non-supportive spouse and I can't create success. There's a decoupling there. They can be, they don't have to be interrelated. And that's what Michelle did. Michelle said, I have a non-supportive spouse. I'm going to create success. She didn't use it to tie her down. Most people do. Most people say, well, if only. Yeah. Well, if only I had a supportive spouse, then I'd create success. Mm-hmm. The reality is, not true. Not true. So understand there's a decoupling. You don't have to have one to create the other. Does that help?
Yeah.
I was going to say that's a great way to address that, even as leaders, or even if you're doing that to yourself. It shouldn't hold you back. It's like you said.
Well, what you did, Michelle, you took, maybe, and that's what you're saying, Ray, but maybe a little different way to look at it or a step further. Michelle actually used me being a non-supportive spouse as her motivation.
Sure.
She actually took it a step further and says, I'm going to prove him wrong. I'm going to make him the supportive spouse, and I'm going to earn money so that he has no choice but to support this. Because for me, and I was transparent with this, I was like, look, this all sounds nice, this is all great, this is all whatever, but show me the money. Prove to me that this stuff actually works, and then I might start buying into this. Well, what did Michelle do? She started earning money. She started creating income that I had no choice but to open my eyes and recognize what was going on, and forced my attitude shift. And I'll tell you, it was that month that happened, because forever, again, the checks, they kind of go like this, and they kind of go like this, and up and down, and the amount of the check. Well, it was that first month where, in a month, Michelle made, or actually exceeded, what I made in a month being in corporate America. Because I always thought, corporate America, that's where it is, and that's where it's at, and if you're not in corporate America, you must work at McDonald's, like there's no other choice. And when that 1 month, when she exceeded her net income versus my net income, I was just like, okay, well, who's the jerk now? What am I going driving to work every day and battling traffic and having to get the permission slip from my boss, to do the dentist appointment like you were talking about. Yep. I'm the guy sitting in my cube on Friday afternoon just waiting, hoping that our boss leaves so we can all leave early. And I'm like, she's at home in her PJs.
Yeah.
Making more money than I am, and I'm, slaving away in corporate America being a donkey. I'm like, who is the jerk now?
Yeah.
That was so for those of you wondering, how do you get the supportive spouse? Start, go out and earn some money.
Yeah. It absolutely is true. And, I've seen it like, you know, Bill, Michelle, myself, my wife, we have been on multiple incentive trips, and where we won through our company, or some of you may win through whatever, right? And I've seen it where non-supportive spouse, free trip, okay, they'll come to that, and they'll come on day one, they're kind of, hi, sup, right? They're doing the Bill impression. Day two, they start to realize, you know what, these guys aren't that bad. They're doing their thing. It's not my thing. Let me be clear. I'm corporate America, but they're doing their thing. They're not too bad. Day three, they're like, these guys are awesome, man. I want this lifestyle, and that's what happens. However, unfortunately, okay, most people that say they have an unsupportive spouse use it exactly in the opposite way that Michelle does. Use it as, well, this is the reason why. This is the reason why I can't have success. It's because of this. This is the reason. And they feel that. And so they hunker down and they believe, well, they're not creating success. I must be right? Instead of, they don't have to be coupled. You can choose to have success and still have a non-supportive spouse. That is a reality. It's at least a possibility. Mm-hmm. And so what I would like to do is, why don't we, number one, if Bill, Michelle, if you guys want to share the information on the Top Earner Academy, real quick, 2 seconds, then we'll do some question and answer. The Top Earner Academy is June 13th through 15th in Orlando, Florida. When I surveyed the land of network marketing and online marketing events, there's some awesome ones out there. There's some great ones out there. But what I didn't see is, I didn't see any kind of event that truly step-by-step showed you how to become a top earner. Okay? Someone said I saw Jess.
Hey, Jess.
You have to come say hi now. It's your fault.
I can't get my chat to show up. It's very annoying.
Well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. I guess you could show your screen or something with a link. But you got to come and say hi now. Button.
She's like, I don't have my makeup on.
Oh, neither do I, Jess. It's
okay. This is Jess. This is the brains and beauty of my operation. So I'm not really clear what I am. But anyway, I'm here. I work.
Ray, you're the muscle.
That's
right. I like that. I like that.
You're the dog.
I'll be the brawn. I'm the brawn. So she's the brains and the beauty. So it's great.
Hi guys. I wasn't expecting you to come on here.
We kept seeing you back there, going in and out that door.
How do you even see me? It looks like it's blocked off.
There's a door back there.
We installed a camera in your house.
I've been at your house and I've been sitting here trying to figure out where is Ray sitting. First I thought it was his kitchen table. And
this is dining room.
That's what I thought. There we go.
Out there.
We're in the dining room. You probably normally don't see our pictures because we have a big whiteboard back here, but
yeah, I see
the drawings on. And
heavy.
I like to do drawings.
I'm actually going to push a button here, so hopefully I won't lose everybody.
Oh boy.
Because I'm going to add the link.
Cool. All right. So Top Earner Academy. Thanks, Jess.
Get
Cameo.
to Top Earner Academy. That's what I'm here for, right?
Did you see my link? I want to get you guys there. So tell them about it.
Yes. So Top Earner Academy, June 13th through 15th, Orlando, Florida, and it's 3 days training, just like really we've been going over. So if you've been sitting there and you're thinking this is crap, well, you may not like it, okay? But if you've been saying, you know what, this is the kind of training that I need. This is the kind of stuff that's going to help me rank advance, help me get to that next level, help me create new change in my life, then I would encourage you to come invest 3 days with us and make it happen. And this is something that I know people are going to come. And what my goal with this event is to create the next batch of top earners. So whatever company you're in, doesn't matter. It's non-company specific. We're going to teach you the 5 pillars of how to become a top earner in your opportunity, and we're fired up about it. It's the biggest thing we've ever done. And so we have some people asking, do you have your link?
Can you give it? Because I'm sitting on the Wheel of Fortune right now. It's just spinning and spinning and spinning. Yeah. So it's onlinewealthpartner.com/Top Earner Academy. Can you help me out with that, Ray?
I don't. Okay, say that again.
Onlinewealthpartner.com.
All right, hold on.
OnlineWealthPartner.com.
I mean, we're on the wheel of death
Okay.
right now. / Top Earner Academy.
.edu.
No.
Just kidding.
So
yes,
yeah.
thank you, Amanda. And I typed it too.
Yes,
I don't know
Amanda.
if that's clickable. I don't know exactly how that works. But anyway, so let me tell you what I've done. So yes, Todd, you're right. If you go to the site, right now is $297. So $100 a day to come hang out, to get an entire day of this, I think is well worth the investment. However, what I'm doing, because these are some of my closest friends here, we do have a coupon code for you, and the coupon code, don't you love coupon codes? Coupon code is awesome. Okay, so when you're prompted, when you see the little coupon code option, if you put in the word awesome, AWESOME, okay, it knocks $100 off. So $197 for all 3 days, rock and roll. So that's something where I know, and we do have a guarantee, by the way. This is not. Let me explain what this isn't. It's not 50 speakers parading across stage in 15-minute segments, not diving deep. Nothing wrong with those kind of events. I love those kind of events. I love it mainly for the networking more than that I'm going to learn a breakthrough whatever. But I love them for the networking because good people go to those kind of things, and that's great. This is in-depth, intense, boot camp-like. You're going to walk out with a blueprint on how to become a top earner in whatever opportunity you are. So, 197. What's that?
Did my link just pop up in the chat?
Not to my knowledge. I don't know.
Amanda, please take care of me.
Yeah.
I'll buy you wine and dinner and.
We'll buy you sushi.
Wow.
More sushi.
More sushi, Amanda. She's like been a lifesaver on my hangouts lately. But
Good.
yeah, you guys come. I mean, especially, no excuses for sure if you're nowhere. If you're near, that's nothing related to the event coming up. But if you're in Florida, you have no excuses.
Nice.
Come to this event. It's going to be amazing. And Ray was so gracious to take $100 off because I know that he, raised that price. And
yeah, we ended the early bird. The early bird special was $197. It went to $297, which we have sold tickets at $297. It's well worth $297. By the way, it's not going to stay at $297. It's actually going up. This is a chance with that coupon code. With the coupon code awesome, $197, 3 full days. And by the way, I wanted to just to make it as clear as humanly possible. This is intense training. If you're looking to, hey, I'd like to make $100 a month, great. That's a great goal. There's nothing wrong with that goal. That's not this event. This event is I want to create serious big results in my life and in my business, and that's what we're going for. We're showing you how exactly to create big results, showing you lead generation, showing you how to recruit more reps, showing you what is the mindset that goes into that. We're going to have hot seats. We're going to have role playing. We're going to have all the things that you would like at big events, but we're capping the room, and it will sell out. I guarantee you, because we do have a cap on the room. I'm not putting 1,000 people into a room and calling it an intimate training. There's going to be a pretty select, there's not a huge amount of people in that room, and so we can have intimacy. But here's what we're doing as far as a guarantee. If you get your ticket tonight, use the coupon code, awesome, get $100 off. You use that and you come to day one. Okay, come to day one of Top Earner Academy, Orlando, June 13th through 15th, and you sit through all the first day. And if you don't think this is the most transformational training you've ever had, if you don't think that it just blows your socks off, okay, by the end of day one, if it hasn't blown you away, walk to the back of the room, give them your name, and they're going to cut you a check and go hang out in Orlando. Go hang out with Mickey or Pluto or Goofy or whoever. Go do your thing. Go hang out in the lazy river. This is being held at the JW Marriott, one of the most awesome hotels out there. We have a very limited room block left. if you Google JW Marriott and you go to try to book a room there, it's $289 a night. We've negotiated $160 a night. Now, is that the cheapest possible hotel on the planet? No, it's not. There are other hotels around. If you can't do, $160 a night, I understand. But if you want to stay in a world-class hotel for not a world-class price, $160, there you go. We've negotiated that rate for you. It runs Thursday to Saturday. We purposely gave you Sunday off, either to travel back or to go to the theme parks. I know a lot of people plan on bringing their kids and hanging out. If you don't want to go to the theme parks, there is an actual lazy river at the JW Marriott, and it's awesome.
Yes, that hotel is awesome.
It's a great hotel. It really
is. This is an experience, and these are the kind of events I love. And you're right, it is going to be intense training because you do have some quality speakers there.
I do. Including Bill and Michelle Pescosolido.
Top notch. World-class hotel, world-class speakers.
And Todd Falcone, getting all, and Vince Reed, and I know you have a great panel up there too, but getting all of us in a room and it not being, a bunch of speakers spread out over the weekend, you're going to get quality. If you like our style and you like Ray's style and you like Todd Falcone's style, even if you don't like Todd and, whoever else's style, but you like, the Ray Higdon style, he picked out these speakers. So you can have confidence in knowing that this event is going to be over the top, because you don't just go out and just pick random people. You pick people that are in line with what you believe in also. And
and in alignment with the whole top earner theme. You're going to hear lead generation stuff. Vince is going to talk about how to generate leads through mobile apps, how to cell phones, texting, etc. We're going to talk about how we generate leads. I'm basically going to bring up my back office, my Infusionsoft, and share with you where we get leads from, how we get them, how you can get leads too, and it's going to be a powerful event, and we're excited. So you can go to that link, and then we'll open it up for a few questions.
Right? Does anybody need the link? If you do, let us know. I can't see the chat, so maybe you can help me out, Ray.
I don't know how to mass blast. Actually, you know what? Maybe this will work.
Like I tried to do the Google effects where I could post it across the bottom of the screen. Like you can do that little CNN thing.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
But I can. Well, you have to do Google effects, but I can't do it.
You can type it in there.
Because no, it's a different chat. Because our webinars are on air. When we click on that, we click chat, it's like frozen. I can't even. So yeah, my last chat was Amanda at 7:09.
We're stuck. We're frozen in time. We're stuck at 7:09 p.m.
All right, I think I have something. But let's see if we can. Are there any? First of all, are there any questions? This is in Orlando, Florida, not Orlando.
Oh yeah, there are some questions.
I didn't know that there was an Orlando in Minnesota. Oh, different question. All right, so cool. The coupon code awesome. It definitely works. It should work. Really? Did a guy named Frank really just post his link? Hopefully that's
Frank.
Can you, Frank? Shame on you.
Yeah, I don't know what to do to Frank. But let's all do something.
Tar and feather him.
Tar and feather him. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool. Actually, I think. Let me see here. Let's see what this does. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
Okay, that didn't work. All right, hold on.
I can try Google Effects again. But I think you can just type it in the chat box, can't you?
Okay, let's see if that worked. I think I just sent people to the site. I don't know if it actually worked.
Oh, we could screen share it. I can't do anything because I'm
So someone is saying that they tried the code, but it didn't work. If it doesn't,
Uh-oh.
I can guarantee you that if you email me, if you buy it at $297, I can assure you we will refund you $100. I had people use it earlier, so I'm not sure why.
Maybe. How about does it need to be all caps or anything like that?
No. Here, let me try it.
I'm gonna try it too, real quick.
Yeah, because we've had people use it today.
I'm gonna try it. Whose computer is faster?
So do people understand that the coupon code actually is the word awesome, and not that you're just saying it's an awesome coupon code?
It is the word awesome.
Okay.
So yeah, I just I did awesome and it didn't do anything. Let me try all caps.
Hold on. Really? Come on.
Yeah, it says $297 still.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, guy's saying, I think she's bounced everybody to the top earner site.
What?
Okay, I'm gonna do promo code.
I think you booted everybody from the Hangout.
I did.
I don't know. Guy finished telling us. Did you redirect? You better ask Jess. She knows how to redirect.
Are you capital? I had no idea. Dang it. I'm sorry.
What did you do?
The A has to be capital.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The A.
You just got quiet. The A has to be capital.
Yeah.
So capital A, then just the word awesome.
Awesome, yeah. Sorry, I booted you guys out. I don't know what I'm doing here. I was trying to help, and I think I broke something. But anyway, so I appreciate you guys. Cool, there you go. What is that?
I have no idea. Don't read it.
Oh my god.
That could be dangerous.
My notes
Sharing something.
Get out of that. Oh, you're going to try and write it on there for everyone to
That's
see?
all right.
Oh boy.
That was my diary, just so you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dear diary.
Dear diary.
Today Michelle yelled at me because I didn't have all the dishes done on time.
While trying to vacuum.
Hopefully this got recorded, and we'll put the link below the video too. But yeah definitely onlinewealthpartner.com/Top Earner Academy. And you said use the awesome code with the capital A.
Capital A, the word awesome.
All
and
right, so,
I did just test that too, and someone else did it as well.
Okay.
And you know, just know, I know that sometimes you got to jump through some hoops. You got to get a babysitter, a dog kennel, whatever, right? I would just suggest if you want to make a serious transformation in your life, get to this event. That's what we're committed to. We're committed to helping you transform your life, helping you become a top earner, and helping you have that freedom in your life of what being a top earner means. You can't, by the way, you can't become a top earner without impacting people. Mm-hmm. It's literally impossible. It's impossible for you to become a top earner and not help people along the way. You have to. It's by design. And so, I just want to say I love you guys. I hope you got some value out of this. If you're on this, you're in the right place, because Bill and Michelle, two of the best leaders I've ever seen in network marketing and online marketing, two of my closest friends and people I really respect. And, make sure you congratulate them for all their success. Follow their lead. They're always looking to help you guys in any way, shape that they can, and they really care about you guys. So love you guys. I see some of you are having to run. And
thank you, everybody. Yeah.
Thank you, Ray, for being on this webinar tonight, and thank you for those kind words. It's right back at you. We feel the same way. We definitely have, we've expanded upon our business relationship. We've also expanded upon our friendship, and we're so looking forward to this event. We can't wait to just, dive in, roll up our sleeves, get a lot of dirt under our fingernails, and just, help out as many people as possible.
Yeah, and how long will that awesome code, will that be good till midnight tonight?
Yeah. We we kind of threw it together. I didn't even know it had to be capitalized A. But yeah, you can. We will keep that open. Just in case you share this as a recording. We'll keep it open till Wednesday at midnight. And
okay. I'll share it as a recording. That helps out a lot. And then for those of you that might have had trouble tonight, just get in contact with myself or Bill on our fan pages or email. And, we'll get you taken care of. Again, we care about you. We want you to have phenomenal success in this industry. And you can't be in, you're in better, how do I word that?
You couldn't be in better hands.
There you go.
Yeah, so I appreciate you, Ray, for sharing this, value with everybody here that's, on our list and that's following us on Facebook also. And we're just happy to be a part of this event.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. Check out the site, read through it, take your time, but just know that you're on here for a reason. And I believe this event is going to transform a lot of lives. And the neat thing about this industry is the more people we impact, the more leaders we impact, the more people they impact. And so we literally are catalysts for change, and this industry is a wonderful place to bring people into. You just got to know how to do it in a long-term vision and in ways that will help you become a top earner. And that's what we're going to teach you. So appreciate you guys. Amanda's never been to Florida. That'll be fun. That'll be cool. And I'm excited to see you guys here soon.
All right. Thanks so much, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Have a great one.
Bye, guys.